A hallway full of noise. Laughter. Footsteps. Then suddenly, silence. Everyone's eyes freeze on one girl standing in the middle of the hallway, her face red, her dress torn. The popular kids are laughing, and just when everyone thinks she'll cry and run away, she slowly looks up, her teary eyes turn sharp, and what happens next? No one in that school will ever forget. This is the story of Mia, the shy new girl who taught the world that silence doesn't mean weakness. Mia Clark had always been the quiet one, his soft voice, polite smile, always hiding behind her books. Her family had just moved to the city after her father's job transfer, and she joined Jefferson High midway through the semester. For a 16-year-old, being the new girl was hard enough. But for Mia, who had never really fit in anywhere, it felt like walking into a storm without an umbrella. The first week, no one really noticed her. She sat alone at lunch, drawing little sketches in her notebook. Her mother told her, "Give it time, honey. People will see the good in you." But high school wasn't that kind of place. The hallways had their own rules. There were the loud groups, the gossipers, and the untouchables, the popular ones. And leading them was Amber Torres, a confident, pretty girl with a cruel smirk and a phone always in her hand. Her followers, Lexi and Brooke, copied everything she did. Mia had her first encounter with them on a Monday morning. She accidentally bumped into Amber near the lockers. Books scattered everywhere. Amber crossed her arms. "Watch where you're going, new girl." Mia bent down quickly. I am sorry. It was an accident." Amber's eyes scanned her, shy, quiet, trembling hands, the perfect target. From that day, it began the whispers. The snickers when Mia walked by. Notes left on her desk, "Nice dress, Grandma," or "You don't belong here," but Mia stayed quiet. She didn't want trouble. Every night she told herself, just get through one more day. What no one knew, though, was that Mia's father, a retired martial arts instructor, had trained her since she was 6. She didn't fight. She never wanted to. But she knew how a cloud with rain. The incident. It was Friday. The day of the school talent show. Mia had finally gathered the courage to perform a piano piece, her mother's favorite song. She wore a white floral dress her mom had sewn for her, soft and simple, but as she walked through the crowded hallway toward the auditorium, Amber and her group appeared. "Well, look who's pretending to be Cinderella," Amber sneered. Lexi laughed. "Cute dress, my grandma has the same one." Mia tried to walk past, clutching her music sheets. "Please, just leave me alone." But Amber wasn't done. She stepped closer, pretending to fix Mia's collar, and in one cruel, swift move, she ripped the side of her dress. The sound echoed down the hallway. Everyone turned. Someone gasped. Someone laughed. Mia froze. Tears filled her eyes as laughter exploded around her. "Oh my God, look at her. She's crying." Amber grinned, holding a piece of fabric in her hand like a trophy. But what happened next shocked everyone. Mia's breathing slowed, her tears stopped. She looked up, straight into Amber's eyes. There was no fear now, only calm, only focus. "You shouldn't have done that," she said quietly. Amber laughed. "Or what? You gonna cry on me again?" But before another word came out, Mia stepped forward, lightning fast. A single motion, precise, powerful, her hand sliced through the air, a perfect karate chop that knocked Amber's phone straight out of her hand and onto the floor with a crack. The crowd gasped. Lexi tried to grab her, but Mia turned, blocked the move with her arm, and in one graceful motion, pushed her back gently but firmly. No violence, no rage. Just skill, control. Amber stumbled backward, her face red with shock. Mia looked at her and said, "My father taught me never to hurt people even when they hurt you. But respect, you have to earn." Silence filled the hallway for the first time. Amber didn't have a comeback. Her followers stood frozen. Someone in the crowd started clapping, then another, then the whole hallway. Mia didn't stay to see the crowd. She quietly fixed her dress, lifted her chin, and walked straight into the auditorium. When she sat at the piano, her hands were still trembling, but this time, not from fear. She played with passion, the same strength she had found within herself minutes ago. The whole room stood when she finished. Amber, she came to her after the show. Not with a smirk this time, but with her eyes lowered. "Hey. I'm sorry," she said softly. "I didn't know you were, like that." Mia smiled gently. "You don't have to be strong to be kind. But you do have to be kind to be strong." Amber nodded, quietly walking away. And that was the day everything changed, not just for Mia, but for the whole school. Sometimes, the quietest people carry the loudest courage, and sometimes, standing up for yourself isn't about fighting, it's about knowing you can. but choosing peace instead and asterisk because true strength is calm.